Hello, I'm Emma Hammett, the founder and CEO of First Aid for Life and onlinefirstaid.com, and the author of Burns, Falls and Emergency Calls, the ultimate guide to the prevention and treatment of childhood accidents. Today I'm going to talk to you about defibrillators. I'm going to talk to you about why we should all be using them, because they really do save lives, and I'm going to be looking at 8 common myths that prevent people from using these life-saving bits of kit. Okay, so here is our defibrillator. This is the one we have in the office, and it will save lives if we need it to. Okay, so the first thing that we are told, or people commonly believe, is that defibrillators are complicated. No, they're not. They are dead easy. You need to know how to push the button.
Call for help. Remove pads from package in back of unit. Apply pads to patient's bare chest as shown.
Pretty easy. The pads have the information on them that tell you where to put them. So again, it's pretty simple. And the key thing is that defibrillators save lives. If you have a cardiac arrest in the community, your chances of survival are only about 6%. If you can get a defibrillator onto the person's chest within 3 minutes of them being unconscious and not breathing and in a shockable rhythm, then their chances of survival jump from 6% to around 74%. Now that is worth doing. So what we want is for more people to be using defibrillators. The second myth that I'm commonly told is you have to be medically trained to use it. No, you don't. It's easy. They all look slightly different, but they all work the same. So commonly you press the button.
Apply pads to patient's bare
to get them started, and sometimes you just open them and they start talking to you. There we go. He's being a bit slow, this one.
Stay calm. Follow these instructions. Make sure emergency services are called now.
Or this one. You will have seen all different ones. You'll be aware of them at tube stations, railway stations, doctors' surgeries, all different places. They are around and they are for you to use. And they speak to you, which makes life easy. Here we go, I've just turned this one off again. So we just need to press the buttons and get them moving. Or just open and release the pads and they will start talking to you immediately. Okay, so you don't need to be medically trained, but you do need to know how to do good quality CPR. Because it's the good quality CPR, it's the circulating of the blood to the heart and the brain that will give them the best chance. So being able to know how to do really good quality compressions is very important alongside using a defibrillator. Okay, so the another common misconception is that defibrillators jumpstart the heart. They don't. They don't jumpstart the heart like jumpstarting a car. They actually stop the heart. They stop the heart so that the backup systems within your heart can reboot it and restart the heart into the right rhythm. So when you are watching things on TV, when people are using defibrillators, and they've got the big paddles on the chest, which is what we always used to use in hospital, what they tend to show on TV is the person sitting up in bed and they're not feeling great, but it's the end of the show and something major is going to happen. So they're sitting there and their monitor's going do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do, so going across like that. And suddenly something happens and the person goes, ugh, and look like they're having a heart attack in there. And the monitor starts going beep, 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 like that. So it goes, and everybody's rushing around and it's a big panic situation again, which we don't do in hospital. It's lovely and calm, generally. And then it gets to a point where the monitor's gone beep, and that's when they rush in with the defibrillator. If you've got to asystole, where there's no electrical activity in the heart, then there is nothing to restart it with. So what you want is to use the defibrillator as quickly as possible when you find somebody that is unconscious and not breathing. The quicker you can put the defibrillator onto the chest and apply the shock, the better the chances for them. And then you need to get secondary care quickly, so you need to make sure that the ambulance has been called and that they are going to be have good quality CPR and got off to hospital quickly where second line treatment is needed. Okay, another common myth, you can make things worse. No, you can't. This person is unconscious and not breathing. Pretty much whatever you do is going to be better than them in the current situation, which is when they are potentially dead. So good quality CPR, fantastic. Make sure everybody knows how to do good quality CPR. So pushing hard enough onto the chest, pushing fast enough on the chest, allowing the heart to rebound when you are pumping the heart and pumping the blood to the heart and the brain. And having quick access to a defibrillator is critical to giving someone the best chance. Okay, so you can't make things worse, unless you're going to do something really sad and not very nice. But generally, if you are trying to help them and you're doing good quality CPR with the best intent, you are not going to make things worse. Another common myth is that you will always bring someone back. Sadly, you won't always bring someone back. The odds are considerably better with a defibrillator, but they're not 100%. There's all sorts of reasons why people might have had a cardiac arrest, and sadly we can't bring them all back. But we can do what we can to make and give them the best chance. Another one is that you need to wait until the heart stopped. I've already gone through that. If you wait until there's no sign of life whatsoever and you wait so that you don't do any harm, then you are not giving that person the best chance. Another myth, they're expensive. Not really, not in the grand scheme of things. You can get a good quality defibrillator for around 650 quid from us. So if you do want one, give us a shout and we can put you in touch with our supplier. In terms of training and maintenance, if you have a defibrillator in your office, you have a duty to ensure that somebody is trained to be able to use it. However, if you are out and about in the general public and you're on the tube station and somebody has had a cardiac arrest and you can see the defibrillator there, you grab it. There is an alarm in there that will alarm to tell people that someone has used or is in the process of using the defibrillator. And usually the person that's been trained will be running as fast as they can to come and help you and do their bit to help and give that person the best chance. So you do not need to be trained to use a defibrillator. It is best if you know how to do good quality CPR and you have been trained in that in the first place. If you haven't been trained, then please at least have a look on our website. There are lots of free resources on there. There are lots of online courses on there, but still the best way is to come on one of our practical courses where we can look and assess and you can have a go on a realistic mannequin to see if you are doing CPR properly. You will be very surprised how hard you need to push in order to push the heart or push the sternum down onto the heart in order to be pumping the heart and pumping the blood round to the heart and the brain effectively. Another final myth is that the paramedics will be there before you need to use it. Wrong. Possibly, but generally our paramedics are very overstretched. They will do their best and they will certainly be on their way, but it is much better to be trained up and know or understand what to do if someone's had a cardiac arrest so that you are in a position to help them. If you are in a big office block or a business or you are somewhere fairly isolated, I'm always surprised how many golf clubs don't have defibrillators. Please have defibrillators. And some of the football clubs are now trying to get more in. They've had a lot of situations where people have had cardiac arrests and they now recognise how important it is to use them. If you're in somewhere more remote, or ideally just get a defibrillator just in case you need to use it. And let people know, register it so other people know that you have one, so that if someone has a cardiac arrest locally in the community, that can be of benefit to them as well. So the paramedics may be there pretty swiftly, they will try to be there pretty swiftly, but they can't always be there. And to give someone the best chance, you want to use that defibrillator within 3 minutes of them having a cardiac arrest. Thanks very much. That's Emma Hammett from First Aid for Life and onlinefirstaid.com.